thank you for joining me for your energy reading. My name is Keita. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am going to be bringing forth a message for you guys using a few oracle decks, but I'm going to be doing things a little differently. I'm being intuitively led to do things a little differently with this round of zodiac readings. And so Spirit is really leading me to share with you guys the message or correspondence from the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. And so I'll be reading the correspondence for each sign. You can apply it however you like, but of course, I'm speaking to primarily to the sun signs. And from there, I'll be clarifying with the what's the T, so we can see what's the T, and closing us out with the power of love. Because ultimately, on this journey, our mission is to love, to be loved, to show love, to express love, be it through our relationships with one another, our creative expression and output, the energy that we exude and share. It's all about love at the end of the day, and that's why things are in such flux and so chaotic, because that is where the lack is. That is where the divine is but actively, very actively getting us to. So I'm going to be sharing with each of the signs the correspondence for their zodiac signs. And again, I'm primarily talking about sun signs, but let's just say you have Aries in your is your Venus or your Mars or whatever. Take it how it resonates. Oh my God, it's this like big ass fiery red something that just came out of this tree, and it is climbing, look like towards me. And I feel like I ain't gonna be able to mind my business about it until I know that it ain't coming over here. Oh my God, wait a minute. Baby, what is you? Okay. It's minding its business. It ain't bothering me, and I ain't gonna bother it. But it looked like a big ass, hairy, red and black something. Don't know if that's significant to the reading, although red is very much an Aries color. Aries being ruled by Mars. Mars being that which rules the energy of war and aggression, and maybe even passion. We're gonna get straight into it, y'all. Whatever it is, I pray that it don't come over here and it look like it is, Lord. I don't. I'm not bothering nobody. Bruh, go around. I know that's right. I ain't never seen no bug like that in my life. Let's see. Aries. I'm gonna have faith that thing didn't come to feast on me. Aries energy is to act. Aries asks you to remember your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. Aries is also a fire sign. I am an Aries sun sign, so I'm very familiar with that fiery energy. And sometimes if we have not channeled that energy properly, we have not matured and learned how to harness that energy and use it for our good, it comes out as being very hot-headed and impatient and destructive. Because that's what happens with fire when it has not been contained or tamed. So it says Aries asks you to remember your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. It pumps up the volume on your life force. Its energy is raw, exhilarated, direct, rude, passionate, and looking for a challenge. Use your wisdom to focus this raw power and give it a goal. Aries is the cardinal fire sign whose fresh, brash enthusiasm is symbolized by a headstrong ram. It rules the head and imbues initiation, new beginnings, spontaneity, rebellion, and rebirth. The sun shines here March 20th through April 20th. It's important to keep these characteristics and traits in mind because it helps you to better understand your true nature. So like as an Aries, I know I'm very much like an initiator or a generator. I can get some shit started. I might need some help with getting it to completion, but getting it started, getting it ignited comes naturally for me. It says the action is to begin. Get it started. Move into new territory. Cut to the chase. Be a hero. Feel the call to action and thoughtfully respond. Clear the air and clear the decks. Be crisp and to the point. Shoot from the hip. You know, a lot of times we're accused of being too straightforward or being rude, but at the end of the day, Aries just really don't like beating around the bush. We would rather a person get to the point because that is our nature, and so we're very blunt, and that's typically how we communicate. We just get straight to the point, not absent of caring about an individual's feelings, but sometimes not seeing the necessity in delivering the message softly. You know what I'm saying? Softening the blow. So it says set healthy boundaries just by being vibrantly alive. Express affection enthusiastically, spontaneously, and passionately. Work in short, intense bursts rather than long periods of deep concentration. Another thing about being an Aries and it being a fire sign is that you get burned out easily. So you're definitely needing to temper yourself and get things done in spurts, those intense bursts of energy that you get. Use them wisely. And then, baby, the bugs are bugging. I wanted to be outside so bad today, but this is starting to not look like a good idea. I am in their territory, huh? Baby, as long as they don't bite me, we Gucci. I just needed to soak up some sun. But so it's good to know that, like, if you're like me, I could be rather scatterbrained when it comes to getting projects and tasks done. I'm gonna work on it while I got the energy to, and then once I get burnt out or bored with it, I'm gonna move on to the next thing, and then I'm gonna come back to whatever I was working on once I have gotten built up enough steam to get back to it or gotten some rest from it, right? So that's very much a natural Aries trait. It says Aries activates our inner adolescence. Direct orders can set off knee-jerk rebellion, and instead of telling others what to do or how they feel, express your own experience and opinion and speak in I terms. Set a challenge and let others find their own answer. Make sure all sides feel heard. If a person feels torn, you know they say Aries also can be know-it-alls, so it's definitely important that we allow others to be heard and be open to different opinions, perspectives, and points of view. Make sure all sides feel heard. If a person feels torn between meeting their own needs and meeting another's, they'll take care of their own needs first. That's a very Aries trait. Aries is the first in the zodiac, so it's like the baby, you know what I'm saying? And being the first zodiac sign on the zodiac wheel, Aries has a very innate leadership trait. And so, yeah, Aries is definitely gonna make sure self is taken care of, or self is okay, not necessarily being selfish, but knowing that they have to put their gas mask, or we, because I'm an Aries sun sign, and my Mercury is in Aries as well, which means I communicate in a very Aryan way. But making sure you got your gas mask on first before you go trying to save somebody else. So it says Aries energy boils over quickly. If a situation threatens to erupt in conflict, get out, take a break, and come back later. The challenge to Arian energy is that accidents increase when you are in a hurry, that impatience. rushing through a project, or impatiently distracted. This flammable temperament can spark inspiration or spark a conflagration. Proceed with caution. Definitely want to tame your inner fire, tame your passionate nature. Learn how to work with it so that it works for you and not against you. I've been seeing a lot of like orange butterflies today. Butterflies being symbolic of rebirth and new beginnings, transformation that's taking place. And them being orange speaking very much to the sacral chakra. And even though the sacral chakra speaks to like your emotion, your water, it also speaks to creativity, which is very fiery. So there may be some correlation to the message that's wanted to come forward in this reading. But the thing that came to mind for me is just like new ways of expressing yourself creatively and sexually, and maybe even emotionally, since the butterflies that I've been seeing have been orange. Y'all finna get y'all some. I ain't mad. Just make sure y'all keep in mind that Auntie Q do not babysit, okay? The gift of Aries energy. Aries marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere. After a long dark winter, the dead landscape comes alive. I told you some of y'all probably been celibate, or you've been more mindful of who you're encountering sexually, or your sexual encounters that you have had haven't been the best or up to par, but that is transforming. And even if it's not about sex, you may have had a creative block where your creative juices haven't been flowing, or you haven't been having those intimate moments that fulfill you between you and another, which do not have to include sex. But sacral chakra energy is that of intimacy and comfort with intimacy, feeling safe to be intimate, whether it's just having a conversation, playing a game, painting a picture, or whatever, just being in close quarters and being tapped in with one another. And also being emotional, diving into those deep emotional waters. So that's something that's possibly changing for you all, or adjusting in some way after going through a dark period, or a period where that area of your life has not been fulfilling. It says plants that were shorn, SHORN, of leaves or dormant now breathe new life. This is a brave miracle, and it can be your miracle. Feel the flowing inner life force. Trust this divine direction and summon the courage to begin. Something new is beginning for you all, Aries, as I'm very confident that I'm not being led to approach the reading with this plane go by. And the plane going by at this time is very symbolic of elevating, seeing things from a higher perspective, moving forward from an ascended space. Because there are no coincidences, right? Everything's a sign or synchronicity to bring us a divine and intuitive message. So let's see what's the tea, Aries. Now that we are aware of what our innate nature is, what's the message coming forward for the Aries collective? I told you. Rising up. Queen rising fell sideways. Stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. None other than Beyonce, the Queen Bee, on the card. And these cards fell out sideways, so this is the transition that is taking place. You're rising up into your queendom, into your queenship, into your queenhood. And if you are say a masculine, this is symbolic of you not only like aligning with your feminine, divine feminine energy, but also outwardly aligning with a feminine counterpart who will benefit you in some way, because she's a queen on the rise, rising up. Bad karma, a cycle of bad karma is ending. Where you once felt stuck, incarcerated in the reverse, you're feeling more liberated. You're becoming more liberated. You're getting out of stuck, stagnant, limiting situations, mind states, habits, relationships, getting out of those prisons that you've created for yourself. And for some of you with this bad karma, These are actually things from past lives. So you tapping into the Akashic records, but you got a gentleman sitting here with his hand on his head. He's worried and he's in a cell. He's incarcerated. This card is in reverse. That means you getting out. You being freed, right? Then you got cock blocking. So remember we was talking about that sexual energy being blocked or stagnant or unfulfilling in some way. And you also got ain't shit. Now the ain't shit card is somebody rolling their eyes. You know how you be when somebody ain't shit? Annoyed, rolling your eyes like this motherfucker. So getting out of those situations. And then you have Facebook. Well, actually, it's all of the social media platforms logos on this card, but then it has blocked. So this is possibly someone who is either blocked on social media or watching and stalking via social media and feeling stuck behind the computer screen watching this queen rise. Then you have happiness hater. Yeah, this is somebody who's going from cock blocking this situation, showing up like an ain't shit person. I ain't even gonna say a nigga because it could be a feminine, but whatever the case, this person is tired of showing up like this because they see where it's blocking their happiness. You got happiness hater, but it came out in reverse. No longer hating, but cultivating, creating, manifesting happiness in your life, and going from not just watching on the computer and feeling limited by only being connected via social media or watching on social media, to chasing, putting forth the effort, courting. You see here, there's a woman and she's holding a rose and she's handing it out. She's giving a rose to somebody. Somebody is being shown appreciation, love, being courted, being shown that I'm hearing, what's her name? I want you around, around. I want you around. Who sings that song? It's not Sinead Harnett, is it? It might be Sinead Harnett. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you've not heard that song, check out that song, I Want You Around. It's not that I don't want you here. Some stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. Yes, somebody wants you around, or you're the person who wants somebody around, and you're getting out of this karmic energy that kept you stuck, incarcerated, cock blocking, and allowing the creative and romantic emotional energy in this situation to flow, putting forth the effort to bring it together, and chasing instead of running, chasing after instead of running from the happiness that you seek. Because where you were once threatened and intimidated, this is the card that was at the top of the deck that flew off. You now idolize this person. You now love and respect this person. You now admire them. You're a fan of their work. You're a fan of their energy. So Aries, if this is not you, this is how somebody feels about you. They're no longer intimidated and threatened and bothered by the potency of your energy. They want to be down, like Brandon said. I want to be down with what you're going through. I want to be down. I want to be down with you no matter the time of day or night. It's true. I want to be down. They want to be down. Y'all gonna let them be down? Or is that y'all that want to be down? Either way, again, the whole purpose of us being here on this journey, walking this earth in this 3D reality as spiritual beings, having a human experience, is to love. So I'm going to close us out with the Power of Love cards. Spirit, what message do you have for the Aries collective? at this time. You know what? Oh yeah, I was just saying I ain't bring the book, but I got it. Something just bit me, yo. Evolution fell out, face up, and not only did we get evolution, you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love, but elevation with another plane going by. Because you are elevating and you are evolving. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. This evolution has you requiring more from out of the people who you connect with, your connection. And that's because as a result, that's the result of the evolution that has gone on within you. You've raised the standard, you've raised the bar. So we got evolution and elevation taking place, and at the top of the deck you have individuality. On this journey of individualization, you've become more of your authentic self, more of your higher self. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do, and somebody wants to be down. They want to be a part of it. They want to partake. They want to exchange high vibrational energy with you, be it through conversation, through sexual interaction, through creative expression in some way. This person admires your individuality, and it is leading to spontaneity, which is very much not only Aries but sacral chakra energy. That's that passion, that fire ignited and combusting into something spontaneous, something that's not necessarily rehearsed or planned, but just what's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting like Knight of Swords energy, where he takes off on that horse with a made up mind, and like impulsive is the word that I'm thinking of. But the energy of spontaneity is you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. That butterfly, those orange butterflies, a new situation is emerging as a result of someone's evolution and elevation, and it is your individuality and their individuality that is aligning you and attracting you and leading you to one another in this situation where this person is not running. They're no longer intimidated. They are running to you and not from you. So Aries, I hope this message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I hope something was said that helps you along your journey. If you're needing a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. I'm definitely gonna let y'all go because my foot done went to sleep. If you'd like to make a donation, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty. I already told you about emailing me. That information for donating is in the description box at the you can scroll down to the bottom and click on the description box. That information is there. I'm gonna have to get up and like walk around the yard or something because my whole fucking foot and half of the bottom of my leg feels asleep. But until next time, y'all, peace.